Welcome back to the show, everybody. Oh my, do we have a show for you today. Yesterday, we talked about Swift CapGemini. Well, today we're going to look at some information that says Swift, CapGemini, Ripple, and XRP. It's a much bigger connection than we think. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook for exclusive content. Right now, I want to give a shout out to CStat. Now, CStat was a longtime follower of this channel, and I want to shout out to his family and send my best because CStat passed away. And there will be those that don't make the journey with us, but I tell you what, they're always going to be watching over us. And I want to send my condolences to him and his family. It meant a lot to me to have CStat with us this whole entire journey, and I do believe he's going to watch over us the rest of the way there. I send my best to you and the family, no doubt about it, and I appreciate the gentleman that told me that he had passed. So all the best to him, and I'm asking all of you to say a little something for him and his family as well. $887 billion market cap for crypto. We're up 1.6%, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin, 16,800 plus this morning. Ethereum is 1,200 plus. And Tether is at a $65 billion market cap this morning. I think we need to keep watching it. XRP is at 40 cents this morning. We're up 6.5% on the 7-day and 1.5% on the 24-hour. Yes, that's correct. Right here, ladies and gentlemen. Uphold, 25% APY while staking. And I don't know if that's limited or not. So you need to click the link underneath it here and check my sponsors out. Uphold is one of them. And I love the platform. I'm not even going to lie to you. You guys know that. I absolutely love it. And if you want to get private equity, you can do it through your Uphold wallet. Oh, yes, you can. And they have just recently added Rippling, which helps businesses manage, automate all their employee systems in one place. You got to be accredited to get this private equity. But I'll tell you this, if you're not, find out what you need to do to close the gap. I don't know about you, but I get up every day and focus on where I'm going. And in order to do that, you got to know where you are. And then put the two together and you can close that gap and you could get private equity for yourself. And if not, let's get the plan together. Right now, Ripple's still on the board. Link 2 is, and so is PolySign. Don't you do what you did to me on Uphold and buy all the damn Uphold and then I can't get any. Even though I would do it. Look, this stuff is a great opportunity. Again, if you're accredited, don't mess around. Click that link. Wonderful platform. Not to mention, very quickly, Link 2 has got an ATS license to trade back end. What do you think that's going to do for the company itself? I couldn't be more excited, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is always something to remember where you stand. And I think on this day, with the information we're going to look at today, I feel pretty good being one of these people here that is in a pink dot. And if you look at this, Blood or Crypto reminds us, always remember where you stand here. If you look at this, the people in the gray are the rest of the world, essentially, right? The people in the turquoise, people who have heard of crypto, it's just right here, just right here. People who own crypto, it's even a smaller amount. People who have heard of XRP, a smaller amount yet. People who own it, even smaller. And people who own more than 25K, right there, the one dot out of the world we're looking at. What an incredible illustration, I think, to put it in perspective, how early we are. I really do. And I think you're going to love the information we have today. Although some of it will bring pause as the page loads for us. Nothing but the best. This is the kind of red carpet treatment we roll out here. Class A level of production, ladies and gentlemen. Right here from Coinbase, shout out to XRP Queen for this, is where originally I saw it at first. And I had some initial reactions that Coinbase wallet will no longer be supporting the following assets, which is Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, Stellar, and XRP. As of December 5th, which is just a few days away, I had some first initial thoughts, and guess what? Molly Elmore did too, and I think we were both feeling the same thing. Why is XLM on the list? And it said it was due to low usage. She says, I understand XRP because of concerns over the lawsuit, unless this means whatever happens to XRP automatically applies to XLM. I thought the same thing too, Molly. I tell you what else I thought. Are they restructuring because there's going to be some kind of a sale of the company or the wallet? Are they going to break the wallet off? I don't know. But there definitely feels like there's more to this story. And it was also reported on by Watcher Guru here with the article they put out. And what we need to really know about this, ladies and gentlemen, is right down here. And I found this. They said it was due to the assets and networks due to low usage. Now, what I want to tie in here is that you need to know how serious this is. It says, the statement affirmed that Coinbase Wallet recovery phrase will still maintain access to the unsupported tokens. Yet, any actions taken with unsupported tokens beyond December 5th deadline will cause you to lose them. How about that one? But everybody's awake this morning now. And if that didn't wake you up, I'll tell you what this will. Laura Shin sits down and interviews the CEO of Deltec Bank, which is supposed to be holding the reserves in Bahamas for Tether. This guy is all over the place, says Cowboy Crypto, and boy is he right, and is displaying a lot of defensive body language regarding the Tether reserves. Remember, the AG for the Bahamas, Rindenpinder, is the exec Deltec. So listen to this clip here.
We are not a domestic bank aside of that authorized agent license, but that is an irrelevant business for us. And that maybe not much must be reported. We are an international bank, and that is part of the international bank aspect. That's why I did answer to some people asking us, but you are domestic. We say no, because we cannot take domestic customer. And we cannot hold domestic Bahamian dollars. Nothing to be seen there. And actually, so that I can complete.
Okay.
Yeah. Every Tether is backed by a reserve. Their reserve is fully backed and more than what is in circulation. That, I mean, we can see it firsthand. So I can confirm you that.
Ah, okay. Interesting. So then are all the dollars that back Tethers held by Deltec?
The reserve, like I said, all the Tether in circulation, they have the reserve matching that and more probably, but they have the
probably
reserve. And there is no secret. And when you look at the article, in the reserve, like the entire reserve is there. They have sufficient...
held by Deltec?
Held by Deltec and probably other institution.
Arms crossed the whole time, looking up and to the left.
But beyond what you would expect for treasury management.
So earlier, you very easily said that Deltec is holding the reserves for Tether, but Tether famously hasn't had a true audit of its books. Mm-hmm. Why not? And does that fact give Deltec pause?
So first of all, like I said that, yeah, the Tether is fully backed by their reserve. So but that's not a secret. They've been repeating that over and over. Now,
You've been repeating it, but they haven't had a structured audit by an independent auditing company.
But there definitely was a moment in time when they did lend a huge chunk of their money to Bitfinex, and that was what led to the...
Fair enough. Yeah. But again, the question, that's the definition. It's a reserve. The question is to wonder if the counterparty is insolvent or not, which is another debate. But
okay, now I tell you, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. USD Tether mystery solved. Gregory Pepin confirmed the reserves are legit from his gaming chair. If that doesn't give you the confidence for the $68, now $65 billion market cap of USD Tether this morning, I'm not sure what will. Hashtag sarcasm. It is not funny, actually. And if you happen to be in a token and the only way in and out of it is USD Tether, and I talked about this last summer, ask yourself how you're getting out of that token if Tether gets a rug pull. And you know what? What's the rug pull look like? I don't know. Maybe subpoenas? What starts to happen to the market cap if subpoenas start going out to the people at Tether? A loss of confidence. The market cap starts to fall out. And then the peg comes undone. It's not hard to see how this could go, ladies and gentlemen. All I'm saying, I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just asking everybody to take a look at your portfolio and understand the risks that you may or may not have in front of you If the only way in and out of your asset is Tether, because it's reminding me a lot of what Brad Garlinghouse said when he says, I believe 99% of these tokens go away. And honestly, I think 99% of these tokens are probably crap. So they probably should go away. And this could probably make 80+% of them go away if this were to unfold badly, which it looks like it's on the precipice of doing. Another question very quickly. Ask yourself how this market looks like. Highly regulated, highly compliant, merging asset class, clearly defined, and yet Tether gets to operate this way? That doesn't add up at my house. That math has got letters in it. All right, let's take a look at this now. There is motion, ladies and gentlemen. December 1st, I believe it is. Yes, it will be India will start testing its retail central bank digital currency, a CBDC, Thursday in 4 cities with 4 banks. Things are moving much quicker than we believe, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's get to this. Now we covered this yesterday, but stay with me because I got some other material for you to see. But yesterday we talked about SWIFT and the groundbreaking experiments that paved the way for the use of CBDCs across borders. Now, very quickly, I just want to show you that it was inside of this section here that we heard about CapGemini being referenced again. It isn't the last time or first time that we've heard it, but where is it? Right here. Working in collaboration with CapGemini, we built a simulation of SWIFT enhanced platform and a connector gateway that, when combined, are capable of linking CBDC and existing payment systems up to at the technical level. Our experimental solution is capable of solving the BIS multi-bridge CBDC Model 2, which is interesting because James Wallace has told us that the multi-bridge, at least one of those multi-bridge concepts, is the XRP ledger and XRP token. So that's interesting. Back in 2015, there was a Ripple Insights that broke down CapGemini's blockchain tech can transform global financial network, and it talks about this incredibly comprehensive world payments report that was put out in 2015 and how great it was, breaking down the advancements and things with these payments, what they called hidden payments, really breaking down over in Asia, like the WeChat, Alipay, and all that, right? So now let's move on to here. Amazing researcher Nathan Price here, SWIFT, CapGemini, Interledger, and Ripple. Let's take a look at it very quickly, and it won't be the last thing you see before we get out of here today. Working in collaboration with CapGemini, right? We saw that in the thing that I just showed you. The BIS multi-CBDC Model 2, interlinking multiple CBDC systems, shared technical, communications between different CBDC networks and payment systems, interoperability. Now, this is from the IMF. And we see the Ripple diagram here showing X current, so it's older, right? But it's still relevant. Then he points to interoperability with the ILP, the Interledger Protocol, can connect existing networks as well. Remember, XRP Ledger is a back-end payment solution as a DEX, right? Understanding it as a DEX. I'm not saying retail can't hold it. I'm saying that it is designed to serve in this capacity, and that the CapGemini and everything else can be front-end layers, even Swift GPI, because that's messaging. That's not settlement, right? So the solution, he believes, is XRP. I certainly believe it has a possibility as well. Interledger Protocol cited here for the multi-CBDC bridge as well. It's highlighted again here from CapGemini's site, as they put a diagram up that also shows cross-border payments, Ripple, Payoneer, and BankServe. It's all in there, ladies and gentlemen. It's all sitting right in there. And then he shows this right here where you can see this model of the CBDC. We're talking about the multi-bridge model, right? Hybrid technology, clearing system, centralized or decentralized, ILP, XRP. Also, Ripple can build a hybrid type remittance system that combines ILP, XRP ledger. We all know this. The information looks pretty remarkable, but I want to keep moving because then there's this I want to show you as well from Documenting Ripple. And this is the actual diagram in the article, or not diagram, but article we just showed you yesterday and today. But we're really digging down deeper as it shows and highlights CapGemini. CapGemini World Reports 2021 Companies like Ripple and its XRP protocol are already being touted as the next phase of transformation global remittance service market. Now, would they be highlighting any of this if they weren't going to see it as a possible opportunity to work together or a solution combined together, collaboration? Then there's this. The XLS30D spec for a protocol native automated market maker on the XRP ledger is now available for testing and development. This to me is pretty damn remarkable because even though I'm not a developer and I know David Schwartz could say this better than anybody else, what it appears to me to be as just the layman is the ability to cut out arbitrage in the market and to make it the best place to be to make a market for something. It also says here, like just under, if I could for a moment here, under, I'm not going to read the whole thing. XLS30D introduced a protocol native automated market maker to the XRP ledger. It will exist as a core primitive of the ledger and employ a set of fixed functions that allow application developers to create interfaces for end traders and liquidity providers. It also introduces a novel auction mechanism and incentivizes arbitrageurs while reducing the impact of impermanent loss faced by liquidity providers. Further, the AMM is less vulnerable to minor extractable value known as MEV or front running because the XRP ledger leverages federated consensus a canonical transaction ordering. The AMM also allows for single-sided liquidity provisions, which simplifies the user experience. It goes on to break all of this down of how it works here. For single-sided liquidity provision, only a single asset is required to contribute to a pool. The protocol swaps on the liquidity provider's behalf to maintain a 1-to-1 ratio, thus decreasing the number of steps for users. Why build an AMM? It will provide efficient liquidity for a wide range of assets and allows any participant to engage in market making. I love that. Any participant to engage in market making as a liquidity provider. Well, that reminds me of something I'm going to show you from 5 years ago. And earn passive income on their tokenized assets. The XRP ledger's inherent advantages, extremely low transaction costs, fast block times, fair transaction ordering, make it very suitable for lucrative for all participants within the AMM ecosystem. It goes on to break all of this down here, and what it reminds me of when I hear all of this is this. Back in 2018, Dilip Rao worked for Ripple. And I was asking the question before I was a YouTuber in 2017. And then I started asking that question even when I was a YouTuber. I got two real quick questions December 3rd, 2018, almost 5 years ago to today. Does transition away from retail to institutions, as Dilip Rao has talked about multiple times, mean that we will see retail market phased out, Dilip Rao? And if so, will XRP holders be able to continue to hold XRP without restriction? Thank you in advance. He responded back the next day and said, liquidity is an ocean with fish, large and small, many varieties needed for an ecosystem to thrive and grow. Yes? I said, yes, indeedy. And most importantly, we get to stay in the ocean. Now, the other side of that, large fish eat small fish. Laugh out loud, head on a swivel. I'm not coming out of the ocean for a while. You know, this is what it reminds me of when I hear about the automated market maker and the all participants. But it also doesn't solve the question, will XRP be able to remain on the exchanges? Because he's acknowledging that if you're a small fish, you could participate in this large ocean. But what it doesn't say is that the market will remain open for all fish, small or large. That still remains as an open question in this day. And it doesn't mean that retail won't be able to use it in the future. The question I ask is will XRP go back on the exchanges in the manner that it did before the SEC versus Ripple case began? And if it doesn't, that doesn't necessarily mean that it can't be used for retail. It just means that if it doesn't go back on the exchanges, there is a possibility that it could be that, and it wouldn't be available to retail. But there's also a possibility that it could be redesignated or reclassified, and then you could still get it, but through different avenues, and then it would still be available for retail. We don't know, and I find it fascinating 5 years later that we still don't know. But that's where we are on this day. Not financial advice from me or anyone else, ladies and gentlemen. Things are getting very, very interesting. I'll catch all of you on the next one.